This is a Manta Sports Media presentation of 16th Region Girls Basketball Action. It is 5:45, and if you're in the bluegrass, that means it is JV basketball time. And tonight on the roster, we've got some West Carter girls JV basketball as they're going to be the home team, and they're going to be taking on the visiting Morgan County Lady Cougars. This is Jeff, the Manta Sirwin, doing your play-by-play, jack of all trades, and a little bit of everything else here today. Here with the Manta Sports Media crew, we've got Katie on the camera and Emmy on the scoreboard, and Rachel's running some errands for us there, getting our rosters and everything, and Sarah's here to provide some support as well as we bring you some JV basketball action. We covered a boys JV game a little bit ago, and looking forward to bringing you this game here today. Of course, today's matchup, as we said, is going to be the West Carter Lady Comets versus the Morgan County Lady Cougars. Of course, on the varsity side, taking a look, the Morgan County Lady Cougars bested the varsity Comets last time down in Morgan County, and that was back on February 3rd. By a score of 58-54, but that was the Comets' first game back since January 16th when they played George Rogers Clark at the Martin Luther King Jr. Classic. But we will get the rosters here in just a little bit and introduce these players that's out here. Of course, JV basketball, a little bit shorter of a game than what the varsity side is. JV usually runs 6-minute quarters, while the varsity runs up to 8 minutes. And then, of course, if you're lucky enough and you get up to the collegiate level, then you're up to 20-minute halves or 10-minute periods. So that's kind of the breakdown of how long these ladies play out there as well. Of course, you'll recognize several of the faces on both of these teams as several of them do span across from JV to varsity. Of course, some players, they spend most of their time playing JV and just get some backup time in on the varsity squad. I know I lived through that several years, for a few years during my high school career, and JV is a great place to learn and to develop and also to support out your varsity squad because, keep in mind, West Carter is going to be graduating 4 seniors this year on the girls squad, and those 4 is going to have to be replaced. And so that is and this is where these girls are going to be set to prove themselves as future varsity starters. And so, as we said, we'll get the rosters here momentarily. But it's been definitely an interesting season of basketball all the way around. Of course, with COVID, some situations starting to relax just a little bit as, of course, we're now having a little bit more fans in the gym. Of course, still COVID protocols are being followed as far as masking, sitting with family units. No concession stands, unfortunately. That's one of those things that usually most people, when they get to that level that they want to have the popcorn or pop or something else like that. So that is one thing that they're definitely going to be looking at, hopefully in the future, that we're going to be having. Of course, on Manta Sports Media, we've got several games coming up here, and we'll kind of let you know what our broadcast schedule is. Of course, on this Saturday, we're going to have a boys basketball varsity match at 2:30. Pregame will be at 2:15 as the Comets are going to be taking on Lewis County. And then a game that's been recently picked up that's going to be in on the 9th. And the 9th is a Tuesday, and that is going to be a rematch, a big-time rematch from last year. Of course, the Comets are going to be taking on the Ashland Tomcats. And, of course, Ashland, very tough team. Last year was undefeated. Of course, could not finish off the regular season due to COVID and the cancellation of the state tournament. But they did go undefeated last year. And actually, believe it or not, they had a ESPN top 10 moment here at West Carter, as the Comets did have them down, but a last-second three-pointer put the Tomcats on top, holding on to their perfect season. But it's going to be a varsity-only night on Tuesday, so the Comets will be taking on the Tomcats at 7 o'clock. Pregame will be at 6:45. And also make sure you tune in that day as well, as it is going to be the cheerleaders' senior night. And that's going to be at halftime. And it looks like West Carter is going to be honoring 6 cheerleaders. That is going to be presented at that halftime. And then, of course, next week as well on the 11th. And, of course, we're looking at a Thursday, a week from tonight. The Lady Comets are going to be taking on Elliott County in a 62nd district matchup. And, of course, we'll be covering the varsity match that night. And game time will be at 7:30. Of course, lots of sports continuing on, and lots of good sports left to be had out there. Taking a look, kind of at the future on here. Of course, the district tournament will be coming up after next week, so the girls' Elliott County game will be our last regular season game, and then we'll be getting into the district tournament on the 15th and 16th. Those times are still to be determined. They haven't had the meeting just yet, where they'll be completing the blind draw. And then the week of the 22nd is going to be the regional tournament, and that's going to be held at Moorhead State. And we'll try to get you some broadcasting coverage there as well. And then after the regional tournament, we're getting in another sign closer to spring. Baseball season's coming in, and we will be covering some baseball and softball games this year. And it looks like on the 29th is going to be the Baseball All-A Classic, and there'll be what the Comets will be taking on Fairview at 5:30. And then on April 1st, it's going to be West Carter Lady Comets versus the East Carter Lady Raiders here at West Carter. And that game is going to be at 5:30 p.m. So we'll take a brief break here as the teams have head to the locker room. So we'll be back here momentarily. You are watching 16th Region Junior Varsity Girls Basketball live here on Facebook and YouTube on Mantis Sports Media. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And we're back here at West Carter High School. Of course, drive-in season just around the corner as well. Of course, my brother, Chris Irwin, you may hear him down at the radio down around the Mount Sterling area, but he's also the owner of the Judy Drive-In, and they are world famous. They've had some broadcasts come in from the BBC from all the way in England to do a little preview or segment on the Judy Drive-In. Of course, a little fun fact, the Judy Drive-In, not named after a woman named Judy. or a man named Judy, or whatever. It's not after a specific name of a person. It's actually from the community, and the community just outside of Mount Sterling is named Judy, and so that's how the Judy Drive-In got its name from its location. And so, enough about the drive-in. As we said, the drive-in season will be here before you know it. But we do have some rosters here today, so we'll go over those as we get introduced to these JV players. Of course, for Wes Carter, we'll start off with them. Number 5, Lexi Bond, sophomore. And then number 1, Cameron Burton, also a sophomore. Number 20, Destiny Davis, a freshman. And then number 30, Amelia Henderson, a sophomore. Number 15, Kaylee Kinney, a freshman. And then number 24, Josie Nolan, a freshman. And then number 3, Kinley Nolan. And number 43, Hannah Henderson. So that is your lineup there for the Lady Comets. We'll get starting lineups here momentarily. And then, of course, for the Morgan County Lady Cougars, you've got number 15, McKenna Smith. Number 30, Kennedy Pelfrey. Number 10, Macy Atkins. Number 3, Gracie Spencer. Number 2, Gracie Hampton. Number 11, Emma Klinger. Number 40, Jalen Kraft. And number 12, Lily Klinger. And, of course, that makes up the Morgan County junior varsity lineup this afternoon. And so hopefully we'll have a good game here between these two teams. Don't have a whole lot of information about them, but of course, as we said, some of these players you'll recognize the name from being on a varsity roster as well. And so we will hopefully see some good play out of both of these teams as Morgan County's getting ready to come out of the locker room at the moment. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off, or pass-in, I guess you can say, with the COVID situation out there as well. Of course, looking toward the, the college side of things, of course, the University of Kentucky has another game on March 6th at noon. So hopefully they'll be done before the West Carter Lewis County game done here as well, as Kentucky's fighting to keep inside of the NCAA tournament and trying to get a little bit of a higher seeding position before they can hopefully try to run the table and end up getting their spot inside of the NCAA tournament. Of course, there's always the NIT available, not whatever position that they're looking for, not probably the position that they're looking for, but definitely one that may be in their future as well. So we'll have to kind of see what's in the cards for them. Of course, the Varsity Comets, taking a look at them, they had a couple games here in the last little bit. Of course, last one, when we last left them off, Wes Carter was playing Bishop Brossard in the All-A Classic sectional first round, which they won that. And then the next day went over to Ashland Blazer, which they dropped at senior night here at Wes Carter, 68-61, kind of in a tough loss there. Ended up losing that one by 9, 51-42. And then they traveled down to Walton Verona, and I believe that's in Erlanger, Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, and ended up losing to Walton Verona. I believe they're the Wildcats of, let me double check myself on that. Bearcats. They lost to the Walton Verona Bearcats 62-32, and so that in their state run for the All-A Classic. And then, of course, on a game, we had a boys game here at West Carter on March 2nd, but the girls were on the road to East Carter, and they ended up winning against the Lady Raiders 76-54. And, of course, West Carter, the varsity squad, is 8-6 on the season, 7-3 in the region, and 3-1 in the district. Of course, for the All-A tournament, if you're interested in that, of course, they've got a couple games, and those games, I believe, are starting out tomorrow night, as Crittenden County will be taking on Bethlehem, and Walton Verona will be taking on Berea. Of course, on the boys' side, we have the St. Henry game in on Tuesday. St. Henry will be taking on Lexington Christian, and Clinton County will be taking on Evangel County, and all that is going to be down at Eastern Kentucky University. And so we're getting ready here for our first pass in. Of course, the Lady Comets going to be starting things out here, and as they get the ball. Looks like for the Lady Comets, you got number 1, Cameron Burton, number 30, Millie Henderson, number 5, Alexis Bond, number 43, Hannah Henderson, and trying to see who else, number 20, Destiny Davis. And that shot there, no good by West, rebounded by Morgan County. And Morgan County gets the first points of the game here at, and so it is 2-0. And we'll see if we can try to get the scoreboard up and running here momentarily. That one's going to be out of bounds and heading toward Morgan County. Looks like for Morgan County, you got Macy Atkins on the court right now. And then you have number 11, Emma Klinger. Number 30, who just got the pass in, Kennedy Pelfrey. You also have number 15, McKenna Smith. And see who else we have. And there's steps called against Morgan County. And it looks like we also have number 2, Gracie Hampton. So West Carter's got the ball. As we said, we'll try to get the scoreboard running here as best we can. Pushes off, but no call. Gets it out to Henderson. Henderson gets it up to the top of the key. Drives down the lane. Is Henderson no good. Rebounded by Morgan County. And Morgan County has the ball in the back court. And so that'll be Morgan County's ball. And so that's going to be out of bounds on Morgan County. That'll be West Carter's ball. Okay, and we'll try to get the scoreboard here for you. Having a little technical difficulties with it, but we'll get those all ironed out here as well. So Morgan County has the ball tipped there by Wes Carter, and they're going to have and looks like we're going to get a timeout here by Morgan County. So we'll be back here, and it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Manta Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And back here at West Carter, hopefully we'll get the scoreboard updated here, but it is 2-0. Morgan County's on top, and they've got the ball. Just took a timeout to slow things down just a little bit to discuss them. West Carter putting on the three-quarter court press. Once again, they're kind of known for that. Driving down the lane was Smith, but she kicks it out to Pelfrey, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession is going to head toward Morgan County. So it looks like 3:49 left to go here in the first quarter. Could have been over and back on that one as she caught the ball on the one side, but No call on it. Shot there, no good by Smith. Rebounded Henderson of Wes Carter. She kicks it out to the side, and 3-ball good by Destiny Davis. So they get Wes Carter on the board and give them a lead here with a little bit under 3.5 left to play here in the first half. Picks up her dribble, gets double teamed, but able to save it. Gets it right back to her. Cross court now over to Klinger. Klinger, 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebounded Bond of Wes Carter. Block shot there by number 10, Macy Atkins. As Destiny Davis was shooting the 3, but Atkins gets the hand on the ball and gets it out of bounds, so it will be Wes Carter's ball. Bond pops up another 3, this time no good. Rebounded by Emma Klinger of Morgan County. Wes Carter in a man-to-man defense, and that time taken away there by Bond, but we're going to get a foul. This one's going to go against number 11, and that's going to be Emma Klinger, and that's going to be her first, team's first. As number 15, Kaylee Kinney, comes in now for the Lady Comets. And number 12, Lily Klinger, checks into the ball game for Morgan County. So Wes Carter's going to get the ball. Morgan County in a man-to-man defense right now, or what it appears to be. Or it looks like they're dropping back into a 2-3. Gets it on the side, but she's going to take steps, and that was called from the opposite side of the court. So that'll be another Wes Carter turnover, and the possession's going to go to Montgomery County. Or Morgan County. For some reason, that M always makes me think of Montgomery County. But good tip there by Henderson. She gets the pass out to Bond. Bond turns, spins, no good. Rebounded by Macy Atkins of Morgan County. Drives in, gets it down into the post to Smith. Smith took some steps, no call. Wes Carter with some good D, and then there's a tip by Hannah Henderson as she pushes the ball up, gets it to Burton. Burton tries to get it into Henderson, but that one's deflected off of Spencer and out of bounds, and it'll be Wes Carter's ball. Josie Nolan checking in now for the Lady Comets as she replaces Hannah Henderson. 3 minutes, 31 seconds left here in the first period. Burton going to fire a 3, no good. Rebounded by Henderson, and that is good by Millie Henderson. And so she gives Wes Carter the 3-point lead at 5-2. And steps called. Must have took one step too many before getting the dribble on, but that's going to be another turnover against Morgan County. Of course, I believe Gracie Hampton is into the game for the Morgan County. And Morgan County is definitely in a 3-2 defense. Wes Carter's going to have to start moving around the ball a little bit, put it in, try to get it into a high post, get it around, and get that defense thrown off a little bit. As Burton, good look down into the paint as she hit up Kenny, but no good. Wes Carter with the offensive board. Burton drives the lane, no good. Finally rebounded there by Kennedy Pelfrey, and we're going to get another foul. This one's going to go against Wes Carter, and that one's going to go against Cameron Burton, and that's going to be her first, team's first. So under a minute here in the first half, West still leads 5-2. Gets down to the wing, tries to get it down into the post as she was cutting in. Nolan just about stole it, but bounced off her hands and out of bounds, and so it'll be Morgan County's ball underneath. Good look and pass it into Klinger, but we're going to get a foul here against West Carter. And that one's going to go against Alexis Bond, and that's going to be her first, team second. At the line is Lily Klinger from Morgan County, as she sinks the first one and cuts the West Carter lead now down to 2. Second shot is up. No good, off the back of the rim. Rebounded West Carter. That is Kenny. Gets it down to Millie Henderson. Good look into the paint. Kicks it back outside to number 24, Josie Nolan, and she picks up a 2 for West Carter. Gives them back a 4-point lead. Driving the lane, puts up the one-handed shot, and no good. Rebounded Millie Henderson. But she was going to pass it, but held on to it and ended up with the travel. Emma Klinger checks back into the ball game now for the Lady Cougars, as well as McKenna Smith. So under 10 seconds here, they'll have a little bit of time to try to get the ball in and get somewhat of a shot, but that one off of the hands of Emma Klinger, and that'll be West Carter's ball. 7 seconds left to go. Drives the lane, gets it over to Nolan. Nolan top the key to Burton. She pops a 3 at the buzzer and hits it. Good shot there by Cameron Burton of West Carter to hit it and give West Carter a 7-point lead at the end of 1. It is 10-3, West Carter on top. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're watching 16th Region JV action here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at West Carter. Good to see Connie Hicks out watching with us here today. And remember to make a comment. Make sure you like and follow our page. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to our channel, and also remember to hit that little bell for the notifications. So double dribble against West Carter. Ball will go toward Morgan County. Drives to the lane, dishes it down. Good look. Can't get it finished off as Lily Klinger. Rebounded West Carter. She's going to push it up ahead. Gets the layup and gets that one to fall is Kenley Nolan of West Carter. And we're going to get a timeout here once again for Morgan County. This one's going to be a full timeout, so we'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're watching Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Back here at John Hott Brown Court with 5:16 left to go in the first half. Morgan County took their second timeout, trying to keep this West Carter lead from getting too far away from them. Good passing gets Morgan County through the West Carter press, and she puts the shot up, and good. 2 points there by Kennedy Pelfrey. Yeah, West Carter applying a full court press that time, but some good passing by Morgan County to break out of it. Shot on the wing, no good there by Nolan. And we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow points toward Morgan County. So West Carter back in the full court press. They finally break it through the middle. About the same play as what it was last time, but not a different result as Kinley Nolan is going to pick up her first foul here of the evening, and that's going to be the team's third foul. So that's going to send Kennedy Pelfrey to the line to shoot two. First shot is up. No good. Second shot's up. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bond of West Carter. She's going to take this coast to coast, runs into her, no call. And a steal there by Bond. She puts up the shot, and this time she's going to draw the foul. And that foul is going to go against Macy Atkins, and that's going to be her first, team's second of the half. At the line, shooting two is going to be Alexis Bond. This is the front end of that one. Second shot's up. Off the back of the rim, no good, and that's bounced around. Macy Atkins finally comes up with it for Morgan County. Tries to get it down into the corner. She's wide open. She takes the shot, and no good. Rebounded Bond of West Carter. And she's going to have to pull it back and get her offense set up. Gets it to Burton. Burton swings it over. Morgan County still in a 2-3 zone. Trapping her right on the side, but she dishes it out to Bond. Bond puts the shot up, and no good. Rebounded Gracie Hampton of Morgan County. And she tried to get it down to the court, but Smith wasn't looking. And we're going to get another foul here from Morgan County. And that's going to go against number 10, Macy Atkins, and that'll be her second, team's third. Millie Henderson checks into the ballgame for the Lady Comets, and Lily Klinger checks into the ballgame for Morgan County, as well as number 3, Gracie Spencer. West Carter still hanging on to a 12-5 lead. Cross court, tries to get it to Nolan, but off her fingertips and out of bounds. Be turnover West Carter. Possession will go now to Morgan County. So Morgan County not getting too many shots on goal here tonight, but there's one, and she drains the bucket. As looks like Hannah Henderson was charged with the foul. That's going to be her first, team's fourth. As number 15, Kaylee Kinney, comes into the ball game for the Comets. And the bucket was good by Lily Klinger, and she's going to try to get 3 the old-fashioned way. Drains that one and cuts the West Carter lead down to 8. West Carter had a good first half, but has only scored 2 points about halfway through this second quarter. Gets it down to Hannah Henderson. She passes it to Josie Nolan up top. Blocked shot as Kenny tried to put it in. West Carter, the ball's on the floor, slipping away from each one of them. Finally obtained there by Gracie Spencer of Morgan County. She puts a one-handed shot up, no good. Rebounded West Carter's Millie Henderson. Gets it to Henderson. Of course, Henderson usually one of the first few off the bench for West Carter. Offensive board, and she gets it to fall for is Hannah Henderson. And that foul is going to go against number 3, Gracie Spencer, and she picks up her first, team's 4th, and Hannah Henderson gets the chance for the three-point play. Burton kind of hobbling off the sideline as Destiny Davis checks back in, and Lexus Bond. Hannah Henderson going to be shooting for, gets the shot to fall for, and finishes off the three-point play. So 15-8, West Carter on top. Try to get it up to the top post. She can't hang on to it. Bond with the steal. She's going to try to take it, but she slips and lands out of bounds. Don't know if there was a wet spot there on the floor or what, but as soon as she tried to make that stop for the layup, her feet just kicked out out from underneath her. Good that it's good that she's okay. There's a steal there by West Carter's Destiny Davis, but she gets it turned over, and there's a steal there by Macy Atkins of Morgan County. She drives the lane, kicks it out to number 30. No good. Rebounded by West Carter's number 30, Millie Henderson. And she's driving it down the court. Gets it out to Bond. Bond swings it out to Hannah Henderson, and she puts it up and under. No good. Rebounded Morgan County, number 12, Lily Klinger. And we're going to get steps called on that with the little hop. Number 15, McKenna Smith, checking back into the ball game, as well as I believe number 10, 10 was in, number 30, Kennedy Pelfrey. So a minute and a half left to play here in the first half. Gets it down to the side, and they're going to say she took some steps, and so that'll be another West Carter turnover. Ball's going to go to Morgan County. Number 2, Gracie Hampton checks back in for the Lady Cougars. And we've got a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in 30 seconds. You're watching JV basketball here on Manta Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Back here live at West Carter, you're watching Manta Sports Media and 16th Region and 62nd District girls JV basketball action. West Carter's got the lead 15-8. They've held on to that so far. Good cut there by Morgan County. Good look to pass on the inside, and they get it to McKenna Smith. And she picks up 2 and cuts the lead down to 5. Good look there down to Hannah Henderson, and she's going to pick up the foul. Or draw the foul. And I believe that one is against number 30, Kennedy Pelfrey. That'll be her first. Team's 5th. Hannah Henderson drains the first one. Extends out the West Carter lead to 6 with under a minute to play here in this first half. Second shot's up. Gets a friendly bounce and falls in. So 17-10. And there's a steal there by Millie Henderson. Good pass there to Lexi Bond and gets that one to fall in. So 19-10, West Carter extending out the lead to 9. Gets it in the high post. She turns, dribbles down, puts up a right-handed hook, no good. Rebounded Bond of West Carter. Under 20 seconds to play. Gets it to Millie Henderson. Good look down into the paint. No good, but she gets her own rebound as Kaylee Kennedy gets it to Hannah Henderson. She tries to put it up. Official thought about a foul on that one, but put his arm back down, and Hannah Henderson slow to get up from that one. And we have reached halftime of this basketball game. West Carter on top, 19-10. So we'll be back here in just a little bit. You are watching West Carter and Morgan County basketball junior varsity action here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time. kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
we discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure
love.
And we're back here at West Carter where it is halftime. West Carter leading right now 19-10. They scored 10 points in the opening frame and then tacked on another 9 during the second. Morgan County ended up the first period with 5, and they hit 5 themselves, so scoring's pretty consistent for both teams out there this afternoon. As the team's starting to come back out, the varsity squad for West Carter is on the court now, getting warmed up a little bit before they get the uniforms on. Morgan County's coming out of the locker room, and they're getting warmed up. Their JV squad is out there kind of mixing in a little bit with their varsity squad. So definitely looking forward to the varsity matchup here. As we mentioned earlier, West Carter is trying to seek a little bit of revenge from the earlier loss down in West Liberty in a close game, but one of their first games back from a long stretch off there. So it is hopefully they'll get a different result is what they're hoping for, and Morgan County hoping to continue on their season, pretty good season as well, as Morgan County right now 12-7. So they've played just about as much as anybody has in the 16th region, minus Rose Hill. Rose Hill's played 23 games so far, so they've been piling it on. Morgan County has 19 games so far on the season, and then there's a few others just closely behind them as well, like Fairview. They've got 18 games on the season. And so that's maybe one of the big differences when we come down the stretch there when we get to tournament time. And so we're going to see what the experience is going to hold out for them as well. So team's still getting warmed up. Looks like we got just a couple minutes left to go here at halftime. West Carter, as we said, their JV squad, you don't get to see too much with them, and there's not a whole lot of stats out for them as well. But you can expect with players like Millie Henderson and Alexis Bond to put up some good numbers for West Carter to get out there. But of course, I know that a lot of the other players, they're going to try to, get their points in for the season as well. West Carter now coming out of the locker room as we're inching closer to the start of the third period, the second half. We'll take a brief break, and we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching JV basketball here on Mantis Sports Media.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
And back here at West Carter as we're getting closer there to the start of the third period. good to see Stella Nolan out there as well, cheering on the Lady Comets, as well as Rita Bond. Thank you for joining in with us here for this JV matchup. Varsity game will go right after the JV matchup here. We'll get the teams dressed up, get them out, and we'll get started hopefully right around 7:15 with our pregame show. And definitely want to thank our viewers from YouTube as well. Of course, make sure that you do subscribe to our YouTube channel and then hit that little bell for the notification so that you can always be reminded when 16th Region basketball action is going on. Of course, if you're on Facebook, if you haven't already, make sure that you like our page and follow us that way so that you can keep up to date with what's going on with your local sports. So teams are huddled up. Officials are out of the locker room and getting ready to go. Of course, this is where I spent most of my time as a basketball official. Officiated a couple years. Yeah, it was a couple years back right around the 2000 season, 2000-2001 season. Did a lot of officiating at the JV level, freshman level, and a lot of middle school. Of course, middle school, that will definitely wear you out on there, because a lot of times if they have 3 games on the night, a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade game, you're in for a long night and a lot of running. Of course, much better shape back then. Did improve my shape, turned into round, so that's the most efficient shape that we have. So I guess that all happens with time and everything else. So Morgan County, possession arrow is going to point to West Carter. Morgan County is going to be now on our left-hand side, wearing the blue and gold uniforms. West Carter will be on our right-hand side now, and they're in the white and maroon jerseys. And so now we are underway here in the third quarter. And we're going to get steps called again on the sideline by Destiny Davis. That'll be West Carter's first turnover here of the half. West Carter still man-to-man, having a little trouble trying to get the ball advanced up, but Emma Klinger got a hold of it, picked up her dribble, trying to get it down in, tapped out by Hannah Henderson. Lexi Bond tried to get it, but tapped it out onto the side. We got a pile up on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball. And possession arrow this time is going to be pointing toward Morgan County. So crowd starting to increase here little by little as there's a steal by Bond. She puts up the left-handed layup, and that is good. So she gets the first points of the second half for West Carter and extends out their lead out now to 11 at 21-10. Just about another steal there by Bond. As Morgan County fans calling for a foul and end up getting it. Of course, that foul is going to go against West Carter's number 30, Amelia Henderson, and that's going to be her first of the game and team's first of the half. Emma Klinger at the line shooting 2. As Gracie Spencer checks into the ball game for Morgan County, and that was Lily Klinger at the line shooting 2. Nolan gets the ball, gets it out over to Bond. It's Morgan County starting to drop back into their defense. Gets it to Davis. Davis over to Nolan, down to Henderson. Henderson back out to Nolan. Fakes the shot, swinging it all the way around to Millie Henderson. She gets the top of the key to Josie Nolan. Gets it down to Hannah Henderson. She drives the lane, kicks it out over to Davis. Davis falling down, gets it back up. 3 ball on the way by Bond. No good. Rebounded by Klinger, Emma Klinger of Morgan County. Drives the lane, good look and good pass, but can't finish it off as Smith's shot no good. Rebounded by Wes Carter. Henderson's going to fire away a 3. No good off the front of the rim. Bond with the offensive board and the putback, and she extends out the lead to Wes Carter, now out to 13. So we're going to get a timeout here on the floor. Looks like this is going to be taken by Morgan County, and that's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll be back here in 30 seconds. You're watching Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And back here at John Hott Brown Court, just now coming out of the 30-second timeout that Morgan County took. Wes Carter has been on a 4-0 run here in the second half. Within the first few minutes of this second half, Morgan County yet to score in this third quarter. Wes Carter was going to put up some pressure, but called back into their half-court defense once again. Wes Carter kind of look like they're in a 1-2-2, but it's kind of a loose man. Yeah, it's a 1-2-2 zone for Wes Carter at the moment. And Hampton having a little trouble with some ball control. Dribbles that out of bounds, and there'll be a turnover by Morgan County. Wes Carter with the ball. Tries to get over to Nolan off of her hand. Good recovery there by Kenny. Henderson tried to get it back out to Nolan, but ended up being stolen by Macy Atkins. She's going to drive the lane and just about dribbled it out of bounds. But the pass was intercepted there by Josie Nolan. Hannah Henderson gets it off to Atkins. Atkins to Henderson for the 3 ball. No good. Rebounded Cameron Burton. Gets it over to Hannah Henderson and down to the corner to Kaylee Kinney. 3 ball on the way by Burton. No good. And that sails out of bounds, and so that'll be Lady Cougar basketball. As McKenna Smith checks into the ball game for Morgan County, as well as Emma Klinger. And for Wes Carter, Alexis Bond checking into the ball game for Millie Henderson. 2:26 left to play here in the third quarter. High post kicks it back out to the wing. 3 ball on the way, and that is good by Macy Atkins. So she picks up Morgan County's first points, and it is a tray. Cuts the Wes Carter lead down to 10. Tipped on the cross-court pass, but Hannah Henderson comes up with it anyway. Gets it over to Nolan. Nolan double-teamed. Tries to get up to Henderson. And we got people on the ground, and we're going to get another jump ball. Possession arrow points to Wes Carter. Number 30, Kennedy Pelfrey, checking into the ball game now as she replaces out Gracie Spencer. Burton tried to drive it in, just about gets it stolen, finally gets it out to Nolan. Shot blocked there by Smith. Ball's on the ground, they get it back out to Burton, now out to Hannah Henderson. She gets that out to Bond for a long two, no good. Rebounded by Nolan, but we're going to get another jump ball between Nolan and Emma Klinger. This time the possession arrow points toward Morgan County. So 1:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Three ball on the way, no good. Rebounded Atkins of Morgan County. Gets the ball back up to the top. She's going to drive the lane, loses the handle on it, but she's going to draw the foul. Say it's all going to be on the floor. And that foul is going to go against Cameron Burton, and that's going to be her second, team second. Millie Henderson checking back into the ball game as she replaces out Hannah Henderson. A little trouble trying to get it in. Finally gets it in to Atkins. Atkins gets it to Pelfrey. Drives the lane, puts it up one-handed, and that is good by Emma Klinger. So she cuts this West Carter lead down into single digits, now down to 8, and we're under a minute left to play. In and out shot there by West Carter, rebounded by Morgan. They quickly get the ball up to Pelfrey. She's going to drive the lane. She tries to put up the shot, and Klinger's going to draw the foul. And that foul is going to go against number 24, Josie Nolan. That's going to be her first, team's third. And this time that's going to send Emma Klinger to the line as they say she was shooting. Misses the front end of it as Hannah Henderson checks back into the ball game for the Lady Comets. She's going to be replacing out Josie Nolan. And Coach Brandon Burton calls a 30-second timeout. So we'll take a 30-second break here. West Carter's on top, 23-15. You're watching 16th Region Girls JV Basketball on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
Back here at West Carter, where Emma Klinger still has one free throw. Brandon Burton taking his second timeout. Morgan County has 2 left on the afternoon themselves. That one's in and out, rebounded by West Carter. Under 30 seconds left to play. Burton looking for somebody, ends up getting it down to Kenny. Back out to Burton, swings it around. Good ball movement by the Lady Comets. Just about lost it and tries to put up a shot, but it goes off of her fingertips, and that is going to end up the third period here where West Carter's on top by 8. 23-15. We'll be back here. You are watching West Carter Morgan County basketball here on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And we're back here at West Carter. Game's in action. Shot missed. Offensive rebound by West Carter. They're going to say last touch, Morgan County. And Henderson on with the three ball, no good. Rebounded by Bond to West Carter, puts it up, no good. Henderson comes back up with it, gets it over to Millie Henderson for the long two and gets that one to fall. She gets the West Carter lead back out to 10. Morgan County scored 5 points that third quarter. West Carter with 6 points during the third quarter. Floater shot, no good. Rebounded Henderson. Morgan County wanting to push off foul. Doesn't get it. And offensive board by Millie Henderson. And she gets it to fall. And so we're going to get another timeout on the floor here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout by Morgan County. That'll be their fourth. We'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
Coming out of the timeout, Morgan County will have the ball at the end line. 12-point Comet lead at 27-15. Four minutes, 50 seconds left to play here in regulation. Just about stolen there as Millie Henderson got a hand on it. She was looking for a foul. Drives the lane, drug the foot, and no call on the walk. Gets it to Pelfrey. Pelfrey gets it back out to Hampton. Kicks it out to Atkins for the three ball. That one in and out. And good rebound there by Lily Klinger as she comes out of nowhere. And it looks like that foul is going to go against Hannah Henderson, and that'll be her second, team's fourth. Morgan County not been called for a foul yet in this second half. And West Carter's going to pick up another foul as Alexis Bond picks up her second. Team's fifth. Try to get it in down to Klinger, but stolen by West Carter. Gets it up to Millie Henderson. She puts it up, and that is going to count. She's going to get the and one. As Kennedy Pelfrey fouls her while shooting, picks up her second one, and that's Morgan County's first foul of the half. And she's going to send Amelia Henderson to the line to shoot one, and she drains it and gets the three-point play the old-fashioned way. As Emma Klinger checks into the ball game for the Lady Cougars, and Josie Nolan checks in for Millie Henderson. Drives the lane, kicks it out on the side to Atkins. Atkins, 3-ball in the way, gets the bank shot. So 30-18. Ball's going to be toward West Carter's way. And steps called against West Carter. Three ball on the way. No good. That was Gracie Spencer on the shot. Just about had it to drop. Bond kicks it out to Burton. Burton gets it down to Nolan, puts it up one-handed and off the side of the rim. Bond with the rebound, and she's going to draw the foul. And that foul is going to go against number 11, Emma Klinger of Morgan County, and that'll be her second. Team second. Alexis Bond at the line, going to be shooting 2. Gets that one to fall for. Extends out the West Carter lead to 13 as number 2, Gracie Hampton, checks into the ball game for the Lady Cougars. Second shot's up and in. And Destiny Davis checks in for Amelia Henderson, Alexis Bond. She drills her 2 free throws. So just about midway through this fourth period, West Carter still on top, 32-18. 3-ball on the way, no good. Couldn't get the bank. The bank was not open on that one. Gets it to Burton. Burton gets it down into hand to Henderson. She's going to try a reverse layup. No good. Rebounded Kaylee Kennedy. And we're going to get another jump ball. Possession arrow points to Morgan County. So number 3 for West Carter checks in. That's Kinley Nolan. And number 40, Jalen Kraft, checks into the ball game for Morgan County. Stolen ball there by West Carter's Kaylee Kennedy, and she tries to put it up and block shot by Emma Klinger. Ball will still be in the possession of West Carter. And looks like we're going to get a timeout on the floor here. And looks like that's going to be Morgan County's last timeout. So we'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And back here with West Carter with the ball. Tries to get it down to the side to Kinley Nolan, and they're going to say it's off her knee and out of bounds. Be Morgan County's ball. 2:11 left to play here. West Carter holding to a very comfortable 14-point lead. Drives the lane, puts it up one-handed, and good shot there by Gracie Spencer as she gets Morgan County's 20th point and cuts the West Carter lead down to 12. And that was a 2-ball there by Nolan. She was just one step back from a 3-pointer, but referee called that one a 2-ball. Good floater shot there by Gracie Hampton. As West Carter's still holding on to a 12-point lead. Morgan County starting to put some pressure on the ball, full court. 3-ball this time for Nolan, and she hits that as Kinley Nolan. She's got 5 straight points. Gives West Carter a 15-point lead now, and we are under a minute to play. Kicks it out to Kraft. Kraft trying to drive the lane. No call, either jump ball, foul, or anything. They were going to let them play this one out. Try to get some good trapping going on. Some rough play down in the post. And that one sails out of bounds. Be West Carter's ball. Burton with the ball, trying to get the pick from Davis. Versus course, gives it out over the side to Josie Nolan. Gets back up top of the key to Destiny Davis. Back out to Cameron Burton. As we're in single digits left. And looks like they're just going to let this one run out the clock. And that is it for the JV game. Your final score here at West Carter is 37 West Carter, Morgan County 22. So West Carter comes away with a 15-point lead here. So we're going to take a little break and go off the air here momentarily while we get all reset back up for the varsity match. Thank you all for tuning in here today and watching this JV matchup between these good teams. I'd like to thank Connie Hicks, Stella Nolan, and Rita Bond all commenting out. Good to see you out there today. So we'll take a brief break, and we'll be back here at 7:15 with the varsity game pregame here on Manta Sports Media. God bless you all, and we'll see you all here in about 13 minutes.